How's it going, everybody? Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July to everyone. I guess if you don't live in America, happy 4th of July anyway. It's still the 4th of July, unless it's now the 5th of July for you. But either way, I hope everybody's staying safe and having fun. I know I am. It is really hot and muggy here, so I'm actually typically pretty much hiding indoors today. Catching up on the news. Some craziness going on in California with the 6.4 magnitude earthquake. First time in 20 years that they got one of that magnitude, so doesn't seem too awful bad as far as any reports go, but definitely some damage. Haven't heard anything about life lost yet, but just goes to show, don't get too settled in and think everything's comfy cozy. You never know when something's gonna happen, so you need to be prepared. And here I am prepared with a little drink to keep me, bug on it, to keep me nice and refreshed. Just want to show you the garden updates. So here's my dill, and these are the jalapenos that my friend gave me. So I've already eaten a couple of these. They're quite delicious. These are growing obviously a lot faster than the ones that I planted myself, that I started from seed. So we'll take a walk over. Now this garden is and there's the kid American. That's nice. He's got his airsoft. And there goes back inside. Just because he doesn't want to be on video, apparently. So with these, I don't have much as far as mulch down, so there's definitely a lot of weeds that get up in here. But the strawberries, we've been eating at them. There's a couple more that I can go in and grab. These are all the jalapenos and the onions in between, still doing very well. The oregano is doing well over there. I thought that the asparagus was not going to come up, but I think that's asparagus. Can't tell if that's in the frame or not, because it is bright out. But I'm pretty sure because it's in line, and it looks like it's right where I planted. And this was the lemon dill that I didn't think was going to come up either, but apparently it has, because you take it, and I tell you, I wish this was smell-o-vision, because I picked a couple leaves off, rubbed them, and smelled it, and it definitely smells like lemony mint, so which is kind of cool. Now here I got to get in and weed. I was going to do that today, but it is just way too muggy. But the rhubarb's doing good, and all of my pepper plants are going to survive just fine with the weeds around them, so I'm not too overly worried about it. And of course my son left the door open even though the air conditioning's on, so that's mighty nice of him. Take a walk over here. I'll show you the other garden. Set my drink down. Hopefully it doesn't slide off the hood. So got some good things and some not so good things in here. So tomatoes are starting to flower. I went through and pruned the bottoms off and picked most of the suckers off. I think this is a sucker, but it's already gotten to that point. So the sucker grows between the main stem and the branch, so this is definitely going to be a sucker. But I don't know if I'm going to pull it. Actually, I am going to pull it, because all that does is it starts a whole new plant, and it just takes away the nutrients from the current one. So we don't want that. I just want this to grow straight, tall. The grapevines are doing good. All the tomato plants are doing good. These sunflowers are getting huge. these are gonna be cool. I've never grown sunflowers, so that'll be awesome to see them. And they do actually, even without the buds on them, I noticed that they do follow the sun a little bit. So that'll be pretty cool. The beans here down this are doing well. The pea plants are starting to flower, so I'm starting to get peas coming. Actually, you can see one right there. Yep, it's gonna be popping. Oh, I already have peas going on right here. Didn't even notice that. Wake up. And then the tomato plant that I did not plant is right there. And then some that are a little more lackluster, need some help. Pea plants. And I got one dead one here. And then the radishes are going to seed, which is cool because I don't really eat radishes. I just wanted to grow them and make seed and know that I can grow them and I can regrow them year after year. That's the whole point of what I'm doing, having that skill. And these have these damn plants, these weeds, that's a root, that are growth all throughout the garden, and I have to go in and pick at them. So beets doing good. Again, I am absolutely amazed, and I don't know if this is a cucumber plant. I don't think it is because it's not in line with where I cut into the ground, but I left it just in case. But I can't believe out of all the cucumber seeds that I put in, I did not get any. So here's my different kinds of lettuces. I got the broccoli, the cauliflower. Now this is the mustard seed that I started, and it's crazy. This thing these got huge, and I did not know until I looked it up that you can actually, that mustard greens are a thing, that you eat these. Not that I want to, but they are definitely getting into my parsley. But the parsley's growing, but very sparsely parsley. Corn, doing good. I'm always amazed. Every time I've grown corn, I'm amazed by this. And I think I've seen it with other people's too. Notice how the ends are always a lot shorter and they get bigger in the middle. I have no idea why. That is very, very strange. And it happens every time. I don't know why. All of my millions of carrots, I don't know how they're going to turn out. Because we have, the soil here is clay. So, but there's a lot of carrots. So that was cool. The basil's doing really well. Time to start picking some of those. And I think I'm going to, maybe this weekend, pick a bunch of it and put it in the dehydrator. Dehydrate it down, see if I can get some dry basil and put it in a container. And then this, I think these were the spinach, and I don't know what's going on with these because I've never grown spinach. I've never seen anything do that, what it's doing. So I'm going to have to research how you actually harvest spinach, and I don't think it's all spinach because this looks a lot different than that. So I'm not sure what's going on here. So that'll be interesting. Other tomatoes over there. And then my squash. I got one good one and one very small one. So, and then the other grapevine up there that's going along. I'm going to run that one that way. And then the other one's going to go that way. And then as soon as it hits the entrance area, what I'm going to do is just build a little archway over the top so I can get in and have it follow that and then follow the fence and then have them meet down there. So that's the game plan anyway. We'll see how it all ends up. Who knows? Might end up like that, might not. Everything changes with every day. So I did water yesterday for the first time. So it was July 3rd yesterday that I watered my gardens for the first time of the season. So not bad. We are supposed to maybe get a little bit of rain today, but they weren't calling for it yesterday. And with the heat and humidity, I just wanted to get some in the ground. Hopefully this weekend I can get some wood chips on the other garden, because this one I won't have to water again for a while. I soaked it for probably a half hour, and that'll be plenty. But the other one, in another day or two, I'm gonna have to water it again if we don't end up getting any rain. So we'll see how it goes. All right, everybody, enjoy your 4th of July with your friends and family, and eating your hot dogs and drinking your drinks, and thanking those who sacrificed everything for all we have. Take care. See you.